Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville with your top MLB player prop bets for today, plus home run calls of the day. All of our picks are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, wherever you place your bets. But if you do download those apps, make sure to use the promo code LineStar so you can get up to $100 of your first deposit matched. And the tool, of course, we're using is that Props AI tool on the LineStar app to help us find the best value in the prop market. Now, yesterday on the show, we're back, guys. 2-0 on our picks yesterday. Tyler had Sean Manaea under on his strikeouts. He just had one strikeout. And then I had Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 bases. He delivered in a big way with a bomb. So we cashed on that ticket. And because we cashed, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. So we get to announce that on the show today. Putting on the money shades, fire off the money gun on this Tuesday. And the winner is Brian Collects. Well, Brian Collects, you just collected $50 from the LineStar crew. Thank you so much for liking our video, subscribing to the LineStar YouTube channel, and commenting. We appreciate it, and you've won $50. If you want to be a winner like Brian Collects, all you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you're in it to win it. If we go 2 for 2 today, one randomly selected commenter will win $50, and we'll announce that on the show tomorrow with a money gun celebration. Tyler will be back tomorrow, by the way. My co-host is off for today, so I'll be holding down the fort for today, and I am fired up to start off this Tuesday, not only because I was on high after the Knicks win over the Pacers in Game 1 last night, but then come to find out Reggie Miller, the former Knicks killer for the Indiana Pacers in the 90s in that heated rivalry, will be calling the game for TNT. So I wish there was a way for us, all fans, that could tune into their local Homer broadcast for some of these playoff games, because I don't know about you guys and what you think of the national broadcast, but they're just not cutting it for me, especially if I know Reggie Miller's on the call. Wish I don't have to hear that, but hopefully the Knicks fans will give him a good old New York welcome at MSG. Anyways, that's where my head's at, but my head's also with some props for today, so we'll fire up some nice props for you guys. I've got 4 that I'm eyeing for today, and as always, we're using that Props AI tool to help us find the best value in the prop market. So let's start things off. Now, Bryce Harper hasn't exactly been money for me so far this season, and I think he's been a little bit disappointing to a lot of fantasy owners out there. However, I'm going to him today. Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. The juice on this is -145, so if you're on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, this is some pretty good value. LineStar's projection for Harper tonight is 2.7 of that category. He's been over 3 the last 5 games, and he's been heating up. Lefty bat, 1257 OPS over the last 7 days. MLB average for that stat's around like 720 or so. And he's had a homer the last 2 days. Also, better splits against righties and better at home, both of which are the case for him today, going up against Toronto righty Jose Barrios, who, yes, he has been very lethal versus opposing lefty bats, limiting them to just a .088 average. However, that Toronto bullpen, if they get to it, 22nd to lefty bats. So I like those odds for Harper. I also like those odds simply because Harper doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting to get the over here. He can rely on some of his teammates, just has to get on base, and they're top 5 in hits, runs, RBIs, and team batting average. So I like Bryce Harper's spot here today to clear the over on 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. Next up, let's go to the Dodgers and the bat of Teoscar Hernandez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. The Dodgers going up against the Marlins again tonight, and the Marlins are just mailing it in the month of May, trading away Luis Ariz. They just don't seem to be in it to win it this year, already kind of giving up in the month of May. So we like this spot here for the Dodgers bats, specifically Teoscar Hernandez, because LineStar's projection for him in this category is 2.4. He's been over nearly 60% of the time this season for the last 5, and he's homered 3 home runs in the last 4 days, top 30% hitter against righties. Today, he'll be facing Miami Marlins righty Edward Cabrera, who's given up about a 706 OPS to righty bats. That's just under MLB average. Miami bullpen, though, 25th to righty bats. He's expected to bat 4th tonight. Also, we're looking at a Dodgers team that can help him get over in this category because the Dodgers first in hits, runs, RBIs, and team average. If Teoscar Hernandez can't get it done himself, he just needs to get on base and his teammates will help knock him in. and clear that over on hits, runs, and RBI for Teoscar Hernandez. Next to a battle of the basement of the NL West, we've got the Colorado Rockies hosting the San Francisco Giants, who've been super disappointing this season. But for this particular prop, we're looking at Brendan Rodgers, the Colorado Rockies infielder, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's been heating up lately, and LineStar is liking the over here, projecting 2.8 for Rodgers. He's been over 6 of the last 10 and heating up, 308 average the last 2 weeks, going up against San Francisco Giants lefty Kyle Harrison, who's giving up nearly an 800 OPS to righty bats. Also, that San Francisco bullpen has struggled this season, especially against righty bats, 29th in that category. And this game is at the hitter-friendly venue of Coors Field. Altitude matters. Take Brendan Rodgers over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. All right, Brew Crew, this last one here is for you. I know we got a lot of Milwaukee Brewers fans in the comments, so let's hear from you guys. Willy Adames, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. That's minus 125 in your sports book, and LineStar loves this one. 3.4 is the projection from the LineStar app. He's been over this 6 of the last 10 games, and today facing Kansas City Seth Lugo, who gives up about a 700 OPS to righty bats. Adames is actually 2 for 5 against him with a home run. And anytime I feel like a guy has a dinger, is taking a guy a yard, I feel like they head into the box with a little extra confidence. And he can also have a little extra confidence knowing that if he doesn't get to Adames, that KC bullpen 24th versus righty bats. And we're looking at a Milwaukee Brewers team that is top 10 in hits, runs, and RBIs, so could help him out in that category. Also got very favorable conditions, 73 degrees, 9-mile-an-hour winds out at Kauffman Stadium. So why not roll with Willy Adames over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI? Those are our picks for today. You can tail us on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. All those links are below, and use that promo code LineStar for a nice deposit match. The ticket that we are entering ourselves, we're going to go with that Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and Teoscar Hernandez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And so that is the ticket we are using. If we go 2-0 on that, one randomly selected commenter will win $50, just like we gave out today. So you got to be in it to win it. All you got to do, again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Now it is time for home run calls of the game. For my home run call today, I'm going with Astros slugger Yordan Alvarez, plus 280 for a home run today. I know Alvarez has been a bit cold at the dish lately. He hasn't had a home run in the last 7 days, but that just means he's due. Alvarez has 7 home runs on the year, but this is a lefty bat with immense power, 314 ISO to be exact, against right-handed pitching. That's the second highest on the main slate today against the handedness of the pitcher that they're facing, behind only Shohei Ohtani, who we all know has been absolutely on fire recently. Alvarez today will be going up against New York Yankees righty Luis Gil, who's only given up 2 home runs this season. He's been really good. However, Alvarez is also really good. This is a top 10% hitter versus right-handed pitching. And when you look at Alvarez and his numbers at Yankee Stadium, 8 home runs in 14 games started at Yankee Stadium. I think he makes it a 9th today. We're going Yordan Alvarez for a bomb today. We're also using that MLB Dinger report on the LineStar app. If you haven't checked it out, it's a tremendous tool to help you make those home run calls for yourself. Check it out, linestarapp.com. We also have a video that's a little tutorial on how to use it and what everything means. If you want to check that out, I'll link that here as well. Good luck in all of your prop betting endeavors for today, and remember to drop a comment because it enters you into the prop bets contest, but it also helps us out. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books, so let me hear from you guys. What are your locks for today in MLB action? Let's go get it out there today. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow.